Hello and welcome to the chat room on CGTN. The chat room is a special online live show which invites people from different sectors and countries to share their thoughts and opinions on a certain topic. And apart from panel discussions, we also take questions from a variety of different social platforms, including CGTN app, the official website, CGTN official account on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Sina Weibo. So feel free to leave your comments and questions on those platforms. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a full house here. We have guests joining us from different parts of the world. And we'll be talking about the Chinese Lunar New Year, which is only about 2 days away. You know, usually this is like the most celebrated festival here in China, but this year due to the pandemic, many people choose to stay input and choose to celebrate the New Year in a different way. So today we'll be talking to them about what does this special festivity mean to them and how they are going to spend this very, very special event. So first thing first, let's have the guests joining us and introduce a little bit to our guests who are joining us online. So let's start with Anne. Anne, actually, I know you're an influencer online and I have watched many of your videos. So today, when I go through your intro, because at the beginning my colleague told it's Anne John, so that that name doesn't ring the bell. And then I saw her Chinese name. I was like, oh my God, is that the influencer that I've been watching? And they're like, yes, she's like really popular. So yeah, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I actually watch a lot of your shows too.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Anne Zhang, and you can also call me Zhang Dawenzi, which is my online name. And I'm currently in New Jersey, United States. And it's my honor to meet everyone and be on part of the show. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much for getting up so early and joining us. Okay, let's go to Ben. Ben, I know you were a big hit this year, last year in China and also around the world. And your video, the vlog that you made went really, really popular online. And I think one of the things that you said when you first got really popular, like your video really went viral, is, oh my God, the world will be seeing my fat face. But today when I saw you, I was like, no, you're so slim and so good looking. You don't have a big face at all. So tell us more.
Thanks very much. Wasn't ready for the fat face thing. Yeah, it was just when we first made that video, it went so viral so quickly, and everyone was just so shocked to see such a populated city completely empty. And that was one of the most annoying things about the video, is that when I would tell people I lived in Wuhan, no one would ever have heard of it, and now everyone in the world has heard of Wuhan. So I think that's the biggest change.
It is indeed. Okay, and now let's go to America. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly this time.
Yes, you did.
Great.
I'm Robinson. I am from the beautiful country of the Bahamas, and I'm a student here at Huazhong University of Science and Technology in Wuhan, China.
Okay, great to have you with us. And we also have two families with, such adorable kids joining us. They're so cute. Let's start with Xiaomin and Dimitri. Tell us more about the family. I know you have a special guest, so introduce it to us about the family, and then we'll have the professor introduce herself, okay?
Hello. Bonjour, je m'appelle Iliane, j'ai 10 ans, j'habite à Wuhan. Ici, c'est mon père, Dim. Ici, c'est ma mère et son prof.
Please allow me to interpret for him. His name is Julian and he's 10 years old, and this is his dad and his mom, and I'm one of the family friends. My name is Ding Xun. I'm a teacher at Huazhong University of Science and Technology. Great to meet you.
Oh, great. So Professor Ding, you'll be doing multitask today. You'll be a guest and you'll be a translator for the family. Thank you so much for the hard work.
My pleasure.
And I could speak a little bit French as well. Bonjour. That's it. Bonjour. Merci.
Bonjour.
Merci.
I learned French but in college for like 2 years, and now all I could say is just bonjour and merci. My teacher, hopefully my French teacher is not watching this video. Please forgive me. And now let's go to James and Zhang Yi. Hi, how are you?
Everybody.
Hello there.
Hey, say hello, Winston. Say hello.
Happy New Year.
Hey there. We're in Beijing, where I'm American and my wife is from Beijing, and our boy was born in Beijing. He's 2 years old. His name's Winston.
Is Winston?
Say hello, Winston.
Yes.
Yes.
As in Winston Churchill, the Winston?
as in Winston Churchill.
Oh my goodness. It's so cute. And especially, the special costumes that you're putting. Oh, no, great. Now he's waving. Good. He looks so happy in those special costumes, right? It's for the Chinese tradition, like New Year.
Definitely. It's what he's going to be wearing throughout this celebration.
Yeah, great. So
he's never going to take it off.
Never going to take it off.
No, he loves it. So, okay, I know, Spring Festival is not something that is unfamiliar to you guys. You've been celebrating it for so long. Yeah, I know you're happy by showing that special noise. Okay, so it's just 2 days away. So how are you going to celebrate it? Let's start from Anne. You're now in New Jersey with your boyfriend, I guess, the one that you always teased and make fun of.
I'm single.
You're single?
Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Your boyfriend is not watching, right? You're like single like a second ago. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, no, by the way, I know you're from Foshan, like from Guangdong province, and that place, just to let other guests know, is so famous for the extremely delicious food. It's not only delicious, it's like extremely delicious food, right? So how, are you going to miss the food at all?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I would like to sacrifice everything to just eat a bite of the, my hometown food, So
even your boyfriend.
I welcome like everyone. Yes, even of him. Yes, I welcome everyone in the room, to go to Foshan to try the food. I mean, after the pandemic. So it was a huge pity for me that I cannot be reunite with my family this year, and because I originally planned to go back to Guangdong province this year, but during the pandemic, because of the the COVID-19 now in the US, I think staying put will be the best choice for everyone now.
Yeah.
So my plan for the Spring Festival would be like inviting 2 to 3 of my best friends and to play mahjong in our home and maybe make some dumplings. But of course, we might need some delivery food afterwards because in case our dumplings are tasting bad. So yeah, that's our activities.
You're from a place that is so famous for the food, but clearly you're not a good cook. I saw some of your video. You're not that good in cooking. Sorry for that, for being so blunt.
I admit that my cook techniques are horrible.
Okay, let's now talk to someone who's really good at cooking and especially making bakery. So it's Dimitri and Xiaomin. I heard that you guys are amazing cook. I don't know, what kind of food do you usually cook, especially with the Spring Festival, which is 2 days away? What kind of special food are you preparing for?
在湖北的话，其实我们过年的时候有很多这种比较特色的一些食品啊，比如说每年我们过年的时候都会准备一些腊肉呀，然后一些那个藕夹呀，因为藕是湖北的特产嘛，所以我们基本上都会准备这些食物。
Well, we do prepare some local food here in Wuhan City. In Hubei, we have the deep fried lotus root. It's like the shape of a sandwich. You fried it with the lotus root and with a little bit of meat inside. We also have preserved sausages and meat, which is definitely a must for Spring festivals.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard, Dimitri, you are really good at baking, I don't know, sweets and desserts. Is that the case? Like bakery. 你会烤很多东西对吧？烘焙，比如说烤面包、烤蛋糕。
Est-ce que je peux faire
Est-ce que tu sais faire du gâteau
Bien sûr, oui, je sais faire des gâteaux.
Est-ce que tu peux montrer ton gâteau
Est-ce que je peux montrer mon gâteau Oui.
Oh, you have something.
我们这次节目的话，特别准备了一个牛形的蛋糕。
牛形的蛋糕， so he especially bake a cake in the shape of ox. Oh my god! This is a okay. This is an ox, right? Okay, now it looks. Okay, now it looks like an ox. At the beginning, it's a little bit like a pig. When you just show the eyes. But now, yeah, it looks like an ox.
Question you've been asking at the beginning.
Wow. So Dimitri, you made it.
Wow.
是你先生做的是吗，小敏？
Yes.
哇，好棒！ So 所以他其实是很会这个烤什么好吃的东西啊，好看的蛋糕是吗？
其实他是法国的那个职业西点师，所以他经常会在家里
做一些。So yeah, so he's a professional.
He's a professional pantry chef from France, so he enjoys cooking here in Wuhan at home as well with these kind of bakeries, cakes.
Wow. Wow, that's so good. Okay, we got a professional, cook in here. So let's go to James. James, do you have something special, like in terms of cooking? We have another foreigner as a husband who can cook really well. Yeah. What about you? Now the pressure isn't on you, right?
I'm terrible at cooking, but luckily my wife and her family are really good. And they try to teach me to make dumplings every year, and I fail the test every year, unfortunately. But I keep trying, and this year is going to be his first year to try.
Okay, great. So let's ask on America, because I know this will be your very first celebration for the new year. Last year you were in Wuhan, but because of the pandemic and the time Wuhan was, one of the hardest hit area in China. Oh, what happens to the baby? It's so adorable. Okay, let's continue that. So yes, but this year it's going to be really the first time you'll be celebrating the Chinese New Year. Do you have any expectation for that?
Well, last year I was actually stuck in Nanjing. I got locked out of Wuhan. Mm-hmm. So I spent my Chinese New Year alone, and this year I'm just looking forward to meeting new people. I got an invite from a professor. She's going to help me learn how to make egg rolls and dumplings. That's something I've never done before, and I absolutely do love the food here. So anything with food, I'm there.
Yeah, that's a lot to expect. Yeah, let's turn to Ben. Ben, I'm not going to ask you the same question. I'm going to ask you a tougher question. So in terms of expectation, what do you usually like to do during the Spring Festival? Like, it's the food part that really cheer you up, or it's the red pocket, or is some other special celebration?
I mean, who doesn't love to receive a red pocket?
Exactly.
No, for me, it is also the food. I love the food. The food was one of the big reasons I came to China, just because there's so many things you could try. But I'm stuck in Dublin now at the moment, so I'll probably just everything's closed here, so there's nothing we can really do. We can't even meet friends.
Yeah.
Usually there would be, a fair or some sort of little festival for the Chinese people living in Dublin, but this year I'll probably just get a takeaway from the local Chinese restaurant and eat it at home, because like James, I'm terrible at cooking, especially cooking Chinese food. I don't even attempt it, so I'll let the Chinese cook it and I'll just eat it.
But you don't enjoy the cooking part, but you do enjoy the eating part. Well, just say one thing, like, what do you like the most about Chinese food, especially something special for the Chinese New Year?
I mean, probably like a specific food.
Yeah. A specific dish or special food.
Oh, I'm very bland. I'm just going to disappoint you, because I love a spring roll more than anything else. All the different types of spring rolls you can have. So simple and yet so delicious. Oh, come
on. The spring rolls are usually for foreigners, right? Like, Chinese people eat it, but we're not a huge fan for that, right? But the foreigners, like, I don't know, many of my friends from the States, from Europe, they love the spring roll, especially the deep fried ones.
That's exactly it. Yeah, well, we grow up being told this is Chinese food, and then once you get to China, you're like, none of the Chinese people eat any of this food.
No. No. Let's go to James. So, James, how are you and your wife will be preparing for this special feast for the Spring Festival? Are you going to make dumplings by your own?
Definitely going to make dumplings, and we're definitely going to, her dad likes to make, I don't know why, but he likes to make hong xiao roll. So that's what he always makes. It's his favorite dish. But we start with the Laba festival, and we
okay. Now he's not happy because you're making some criticism about your father-in-law, and now your son is showing some, unhappiness for that.
His favorite food.
What does he like to eat when it comes to Chinese food?
Cake. You want to bite it?
He likes cake. He likes. What does he like, Mom? Jiaozi.
Jiaozi, the dumpling.
Jiaozi and noodle.
And noodles. Yeah.
And recently, you like the shao mai a lot.
Yeah, shao mai.
Oh, I love shao mai. That's why we love each other.
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely.
What about
He's saying shao mai right now.
Okay, great. That's going to be his very first few words that he speaks, right?
Yeah. His first word he spoke was Baba, like daddy.
It's daddy, it's not mommy.
I got in trouble for that.
Yeah, of course.
Mommy, it was daddy.
It's always good to say mommy first, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life, exactly.
He's a wise man. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
Right. Let's go to Professor.
He's gone off. He's playing with toys now.
Sorry, what was that?
He's off playing with his toys now. He'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay, he'll be back. So let's go to the other family, Dimitri and Xiaomi, and also Professor Ding. What will you be preparing for that day? Because, Dimitri is from France. Are you going to bring some special taste of French food to the Chinese feast for the Lunar New Year?
特别的法国菜吗？
对，比如说有什么你会，对，比如说有没有会把这个法国菜的一些特点，然后融入到平常你们这个吃饭的日常菜的这个过程中呢？
Est-ce que des fois tu fais de plats français? Est-ce que tu vas mélanger?
这是一个很难的问题哈。
Oui, surtout les ingrédients, tu lui expliques les ingrédients parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'ingrédients en Chine qu'on n'a pas en France.
因为在国内的话，因为我们有很多这个不同的这个食材，这样子的话，它有更大的发挥空间，所以他觉得说在国内是一个非常享受。
Actually, we do have a very much wide variety of ingredients here available in Wuhan. So he actually thinks it would be a great enjoyment for him to select the different kinds of ingredients, the interesting flavors here, and make some new food.
Well, Professor Ding, you've done, so much hard work. What about you yourself? What do you like to eat for this special festivity?
My favorite dish would be something made by my grandma, who is already in her 90s. And she's really good with handmade noodles and pancakes. So that would be my favorite. I have to steal that technique of how to make the hand noodles from her. Definitely this year.
Okay, great. So it's not only Spring Festival usually is about family reunion, it's about, the special celebrations, and it's also about some traditions. It's not only about the food. Sometimes they have other traditions to celebrate, the red pockets. In some cities, they have the temple fair and others. So once, or I should call you Anne, right? I heard that you especially love the red pocket, but now, since we're getting older, I'm so sorry for that, me too. So we have been shifting our role for, getting or receiving the red envelope now to giving those red envelope. But now this year, since you will not be coming to China, you'll be saving lots of money, right?
Well, actually, in my hometown, after people get married, you just stop receiving the red pocket money. But for me, I haven't got married, so.
Oh, okay. Maybe this is the reason that you haven't got married. You just want to get more red envelope.
Yeah, I will definitely get the red pocket money until I'm 80. So I will be rich.
Okay, yeah. But this year we'll be giving to the kids in your family some of the pocket money. At least some good wishes, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Actually, I still remember that, every time when we go to my, grandparents' house, we would put the $1 Chinese into the red pockets and hang them up in the trees. Mm-hmm. So, every time when I see the red trees, I know, okay, that's my grandparents' house. So that's my best memory for Spring Festival.
You sure it's really money inside, or they just put some, it's the chocolate, but in the shape of a coin? Sometimes it's a trick for that. It's a real money.
Exactly. But we're so we're so honest. So that's why we put the real money.
And so rich. Yeah.
Very rich.
Yeah, very rich. I know. Let's go to James, because James, I saw you were holding something. Is that a red envelope? Is that something that you will be giving to your son?
Yes. This boy, when he was born right before Chinese New Year, and when he was a baby, couldn't even do anything, but he grabbed red pockets every time he saw one. I realized this boy from a very young age is going to be a money grabber.
Yeah, good boy. That's a good boy, right?
From 1 month old. Yeah, Winston.
This year you can say
Winston.
红包。
你可以说
红包. So actually,
He said it, he
literally
said it.
speaking, he started making money just when he was only 1 month old.
Yes, yes, he did.
Wow. Okay, now he's shifting the camera. Great. Lots of work to do, young man. And because this year he'll be spending the Chinese New Year in China, so he would just keep receiving those red envelopes from the relatives and also
Yes, he
the
does.
older generation,
If
right?
anyone comes in the door, he sees something red, he grabs.
Grabs.
He's not
Okay.
very shy about it. He's not very shy about it at all.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
do
know where
you?
you got that.
But as an American, do you understand? Okay, now we have some scene over there. But as an American, do you really understand the meaning of the red envelope? And yeah, how do you see it? Is it too weird or too strange to you?
Yeah, it was strange in the beginning because I first lived in Hong Kong and didn't know how much to give people, and that was kind of strange. I guess it's like when you go overseas and you don't know how much to tip.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I didn't know how much to give and who to give it to. But after you learn it, it's a fun thing. And then when I saw recently with WeChat and some of those things, people give money back and forth, and so that's quite nice. I like it now, but it was very confusing in the beginning.
Yeah. I'm sure that's not only you like it, it's your son who loves it, right? And now I think he's making those
well,
noise.
now I'm on the giving side. He loves it.
Yeah, he loves it. Let's go to the other family. 我们问一下这个小敏和 Dimitri 的这个儿子，你喜欢红包吗？你平常在过年的时候会收到红包吗？ Oui.
Hello, 飞公。
Yes.
réponds chinois.
会收到。
那都谁给你红包呢？
爷爷奶奶还有我妈妈的奶奶。
Grandparents would give him the red pockets.
你一般会用红包里的钱干什么呢？是把它交给妈妈，还是来买你自己喜欢的东西呢？
都是存到银行里面。
You put it in the bank.
Seriously? Aren't you a little bit too young to, manage your wealth? Oh my god, that's so cute. 所以你每年会攒下很多钱在过年的时候，对不对？
是的。
哦，是的。
然后你准备拿这些钱去干嘛呢？
我准备，不干嘛。
Just save it.
Just save it.
Yeah, just save it. For the sake of saving it. Yeah. Great. And also another tradition for the Chinese New Year, for Chinese especially, is we eat the dumplings. Sometimes we light the firecrackers. Another thing we must do is watch the Spring Festival Gala. I don't know, but that's for me. Maybe I'm just old. I've been doing that for decades now. I just love sitting there with a family and watching those singers and some of the comedians. I don't know, for like 3-4 hours. It's a tradition. What about for you guys? Let's go to Ben. So Ben, do you watch that, or do you even have an idea about what that is? You look so, I don't know. You look so cool right now with your face. I don't know whether you heard that. Sorry for being old and for telling you this old tradition.
Because, like you say, it's a family festival. Because I would have no family in China, we kind of just get together and enjoy our time together. So I don't think I've ever watched the gala. No.
Okay.
Is it spectacular?
But after me introducing it, are you going to watch it a little bit today? But no, this year, I mean?
Sure, why not? Stick it on. Put it on in the background.
I'm such a good lobbyist. What about you, America? You laughed so hard. So you must know what it is, right?
I had no clue.
You had no clue?
The professor told me, and she said that it is big and huge like the football games in the U.S. So I got excited. I'm thinking I can go to a bar and have some drinks and watch it. She said, no, it's not like that. You stay at home and watch it with your family.
No, it's not like that. I agree. Okay, let's somehow.
I got excited. I thought it was like a game. Like you go to a bar and hang out and have drinks and watch it. And she said no.
Okay, I said no too. So let's ask someone who really have a clue. And even though you're abroad now, but I believe that might be a tradition that you still stick to, right? Watching the Spring Festival Gala.
Definitely. because I'm old too, so you know.
Oh yeah, now it's about being old. But tell Ben and also America and also our viewers about what this gala is and what it means for our Chinese.
I actually grew up with watching the Spring Festival Gala, so definitely, this is a must-do for our family.
Yeah, exactly.
So every year, when you are realizing that you're watching a show that billions of people are, watching at the same time, you will feel like your happiness are doubled. And I still remember that there's the most impressive show for me is the one with Buddha with 1,000 arms, right? Is that how you call it?
Oh yeah. It's the dance.
The dance show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dance show. That one
so
is really impressive. And
yeah,
definitely. And I think that so the most expected part for me in the Spring Festival Gala will be the dance part, and also of course you can see like lots of popular singer, singing on the show, and you will feel like my happiness are enlarged at that time.
Yeah, more than tripled, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to James and Zhang Yi. I heard that in your family, like different people, different family member, they have their own. I don't know, preferences and different taste of what they love about the spring, the festival gala. So tell it, like, as a foreigner, do you really understand the show, or what kind of show do you really like to watch?
Oh, I've been watching it because it's so much a part of my wife's family tradition. They watch it. They don't only watch it the night of, but they watch it the reruns and the day after and the day after and the day after.
We do too. Yes.
It's on the whole holiday. So
exactly.
I had to learn to love it, or I'd go crazy. I had no choice. So I like the comedy. I think they like the music better.
You like the comedy? Can you really understand the lines in the comedy?
Well, because it gets repeated. I learned how to speak like a Dongbae comedians and things like that because I get repeated, and I finally learned what it means. Yes.
Yeah, right. Because many of the jokes can mainly be understood for the people from the north, and people from the southern part at the beginning might have some difficulty in fully understanding it. But now, as an American, you can even understand that, which is really amazing.
Well, I take it as a learning. It's a great learning experience. The way you learn anything is if you're repeating it. So I keep asking, what does that mean? Why is that funny? Why are people laughing? And my family, thankfully tells me, and so I learn, and then. I have some Dongbae friends, so then I try some jokes on them and they don't laugh, but I try.
Yeah, you try really hard, I think. Let's go to Dimitri. Do you enjoy watching the Spring Gala, or is like your wife forced you to watch it? Dimitri, 所以你看春晚吗？还是你的你太太是要强迫你必须要看，因为这是我们的一个传统。
Non, tu lui dis, tu me forces pas du tout à regarder le gala. Chaque année, c'est un plaisir de le regarder. Je le regarde en entier avec mes beaux-parents. J'aime beaucoup regarder ça chaque année.
就是每年我们家会有传统，就是会陪我爸爸妈妈还有我奶奶一起看，然后我们一直会从头一直看到尾。虽然我每次都没有强迫他，但是他还是会遵循这个传统，我们一起看完。
Where we do have a family tradition to watch the Spring Festival Gala every year with the families, the grandmas, the parents, and he seems to be interested as well. I'm not forcing him to do so, but he's staying with us for the family.
Okay, great. What about you, Professor Ding? Do you watch it?
The mask of the mask. I mean, Spring Festival Gala. It's not Spring Festival without the gala, right?
Exactly. That's how I felt.
We have to have the gala, of course. Yes, just a very happy atmosphere. And recently, I just revisited some of the videos from the 2000 Spring Festival Gala. There's a comedy show. I'm not sure if you remember, called 钟点工, which means the hourly maid or the part timer. Featuring
right. Remember that. Right.
Yes, it's the retired guy who is hiring a lady to chat with him. Just for fun, and I recently found out an English version I would definitely recommend to my English friends, with the same puns, the rhymes, and the very interesting dialect as well.
Yeah, I love that as well. And every time, even though it's rerun, when you watch it like 20, 30 times, it's still so much fun when you watch it, right?
Exactly, it's just very classic, no matter how time change.
Exactly, I agree. And we know actually the Chinese New Year means usher in the old year and welcoming this brand new year with wealth and health, so many good wishes. But 2020, as we know, is really, really a tough time for almost everyone. on the planet. People have to make some adjustments, sacrifices, and changes. So it's not hard. It's not easy for anyone. So who went through this past year. So yeah, let's talk a little bit this year. That's we're gonna say goodbye, which is it's not only 2020, right? So let's ask Ben, because I know you have spent such an unforgettable time, in China, especially when the pandemic was on during its hardest time. So tell us more about how do you feel about this past year?
Well, I'm glad it's over, and hopefully this next year will be a little better. But yeah, like you said, I think I've been in the most lockdowns of anyone in the world because I'm still in lockdown now. But no, I'm sorry.
So now you're in Ireland, right? But there are still restrictions going on.
Oh yeah, full restrictions. We can't do anything at the moment. It's just the whole year has been a restriction, really.
Okay. So now, if I asked you to use one word to summarize your year, you'll be using lockdown or restrictions. Would that be the word?
Probably stressful, unpredictable.
Stressful and unpredictable. It's hard, right? But how do you keep spirit up, and how do you cheer up yourself a little bit, especially during those low moments of your life?
Well, it was challenging, but you have to try and look on the bright side of even last year. Like, it just showed everyone that life can be very uncontrollable and unpredictable. So you just have to, get to do things that you can control and that you like to do. So even how everyone will be cooking lovely Chinese food for the Spring Festival, that's something we can control and something we can do and something we can look forward to. But I looked up, because I was born in the year of the pig, so I'm a pig. And so I looked up what that means for this year for me. And it said something, it's very scary. It was like one of my family will get very sick. And I was like, oh my God, it's just...
Oh, no.
It seems to be never ending.
Just prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. That's what we do all the time.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Very hopeful.
Yeah, okay. You're most welcome. And speaking of uncontrollable, I think one of the families here, they really have experience to share, in terms of the tough times and also the uncertainties in life. It's James and Zhang Yi, right? I heard, even though your son is only 3 years old, but he spent like a third of his time in Thailand. Not in the States, not in China, but in Thailand. Why is that?
Yeah, we actually last year we spent.
Okay, now he agrees with me.
It was our first trip, and we went to Thailand overseas to spend Chinese New Year, and we weren't able to come home. And he's only 2 years old, so we didn't get back here for 9 months because we couldn't get a flight, and we couldn't get. Oh, Ella, what is this?
Terrible too. Sorry about
He's
that.
terrible too. So yeah, he spent almost half of his life in Thailand because we couldn't get back, and so yeah, I think of 2020 is the year it's unplanned. You couldn't make a plan and say, well, yeah, at least you're in Thailand. But for us, it was every week we're trying to find a flight. We're trying to make sure a visa can extend. It wasn't like vacation at all. It was quite, it was quite trying times actually. And we went with her parents, so we all lived together in a villa because the hotel shut down. So we had to find a place to rent. And it was an adventure for sure.
So maybe like when you were in that time, it was so challenging and so tough. But now when you look back, it's still somehow a little bit, different. Or it is still a very memorable time of, I don't know, for Winston, for the family, right?
Yeah, I think we all lived together. So I never thought I'd ever live with my parents-in-law. And we lived together in the same house. We cooked together. We spent a lot of time together. So that was wonderful. It was wonderful. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, it's the unforgettable time that the family can get together.
Yeah. I think we're going to have fun telling Winston, you spent, the second year of your life mostly in Thailand. He's going to go, what?
Okay.
You won't believe it.
Maybe, and somehow he just learns the Thai, the language. It's just like secretly. You didn't even know that.
Sawadee Kop.
Yeah. let's go to Anne, because I learned from your video that you moved to live with your boyfriend during the pandemic. So is that a booster for both of you to I don't know, to enhance the communication, the relationship, or you're like suffering from it? But looks like you're having lots of fun.
Yes. Well, actually, the pandemic definitely make my life a lot harder because I work in film industry, and then like all the shooting plans are postponed.
Right.
And I also work as a video blogger when I have spare time, but I couldn't go out as much as I can, like what I used to do to catch the fun moments outside. And I don't have any entertaining life, any entertaining activities. So I just feel very isolated. So that's why, as what Esther said, I moved to New York and with my boyfriend. So I also like doing video chat with my family twice a day.
Twice a day?
Just to make sure.
Seriously?
Yes, and every video chat lasts like 1 hour. So I spend 2 hours per day to chat with my family.
Your
So
mom
they
will be like,
provide
oh
the
my
best
God,
support.
Annie's here. Annie's calling. Let's just like ignore that. Right?
Yes, one time they actually text me that please don't call, I'm watching a film.
Seriously,
So
that hurts.
I just feel abandoned. Yes, definitely. So but I was trying to look at the bright side. So yes.
What is the bright side? Is like more time to spend with your boyfriend and to make some, I don't know, really creative videos. Is that right?
Little. Am I or?
Yes, now I can hear you. Now it's good.
Okay, great. So, during the pandemic, I start feeling like how strong and how united our country is, because during the pandemic, our country has been very responsive, right? And our people, Chinese people, are so willing to help each other. And also, a lot of international students who study abroad really caring the well-beings of our Chinese people back home.
Right.
So that's why I think this is really, enlightened me, my feeling about my country. And one time, actually, one of my friends who study in Australia wants to donate like 8 packages of medical supply to Guangzhou, but due to some like flight regulations, he couldn't take them with him on the plane. So that's why after I noticed, I posted on my social media channels and asked for help. And we found like one student who study in Australia and also the whole crew of the flight attendants who were willing to help. And finally, we let the medical supplies arrive in Guangzhou smoothly. So, this is really very impressive for me.
It is really touching moment as well. And it's actually during those really tough times, people saw unity, people saw collaboration, and it's, the power of human being that really help us to get through this pandemic. Let's ask Ben, because Ben, I know you have posted so many videos during the pandemic and when you were in China, and especially at a time when so many people outside China, they have some misunderstanding about Wuhan, they have some misunderstanding about, the prevention measures here in China. What do you think, what kind of messages do you think your videos have delivered or have helped them to understand better about China?
Well, that's what I hope they did. I think when I first started posting videos, obviously the virus was only in Wuhan. And if you looked at all the comments on all the YouTube videos, they were all positive. Everyone was very nice, everyone was very friendly, everyone was hoping for the best. And then I think only in the last few months when it's really become a global pandemic, everyone's, there's a lot of negativity around it. But I think at the start, everyone was very positive towards it. And even now, when we buy masks in the shop, they're masks from China. They have the little red stamp. So it just shows how helpful and useful China have been to the rest of the world. And I think it's shown how nice China can be when people need help.
And also, by the way, congratulations to you. I heard you already got an offer from Wuhan University. You'll be teaching there, right?
Yes. Hopefully. I'm still trying to get back. I thought I would get back in December, but I couldn't because no visas are being given out at the moment. But I hope to start work in the Wuhan Institute of Design and Sciences. And I hope to get back soon so I can start work there.
That's amazing because if you really get a chance to go back to Wuhan, you can maybe visit Dmitry and Xiaomin, and then they will offer you some really good bakery and some really delicious food, both Chinese and French, right?
Merci.
Sounds good. I'll take you up on that offer.
Okay, let's ask them. Let's ask them if they're willing to take you. 小敏和 Dmitry， 如果比如说这个 Ben， 因为他这个接下来可能会去武汉教书，他如果能够回到武汉的话，可以去你们家做客，吃这些好吃的食物吗？
当然可以。
当然可以。
Okay, no problem.
That's a deal, right?
Merci beaucoup.
Welcome.
Merci beaucoup. So Dmitry， 我听说这个你也很棒啊，就是其实当时在这个疫情刚刚开始的时候呢，就是武汉刚刚封城的时候，其实那时候就是法国的使馆是可以包机把你们送回法国的，但那个时候你选择留在中国是为什么呢？
Alors j'ai choisi de rester à Wuhan, particulièrement parce que mes beaux-parents en fait sont âgés. Et ma belle-mère s'occupe, elle déjà, d'une personne très âgée. Et donc c'est une réaction en chaîne. Qui fait que j'ai préféré rester auprès de ma famille pour éviter à ma belle-mère qu'elle aille dans les magasins risquer d'attraper des maladies.
Because my wife's family is in Wuhan, and my wife's parents and even her grandma, who is already in her 90s, is in Wuhan. We need to look after them as well. We are a family. That's why I'm stayed in Wuhan to look after her and her family. And I think that's a wise decision to make.
Even today, you still believe that's the right choice to make, right?
Oui, yes.
Oui. Yeah, now I understand that. Okay, great. What about you, Professor Ding? Do you have any stories, some experiences that really impressed you during the pandemic that you would like to share with us?
Well, for every people in Wuhan, we were in lockdown from January to April, so it's about 4 months lockdown. We never really stepped out of our own apartment. It started with a lot of fear and anxiety, but finally we got hope. I remembered very clearly, it's like a moment of epiphany was I saw a picture of a young gentleman lying on a bed of a makeshift hospital in Wuhan with a book in his hands, just quietly reading this book. He was actually diagnosed with COVID-19, and he, both his parents and he were in a makeshift hospital for treatment. But this kind of pictures showed a kind of strength and inner peace and kind of trust and faith really strike me. It seems amidst all the noises, all the anxiety and the disease and everything, there's still something we could cling on to, we could still be very hopeful of. And indeed, we finally put the epidemic under control here in Wuhan in China. So yes, that was something I remembered very well. I'm not sure if you still remember that picture of the gentleman who's a student lying on a makeshift hospital bed.
Right. You know, some people say 2020 is a year that is filled up with challenges, sadness, and uncertainties. But for many of us, I think it's also a year filled with love, filled with unity, and those unforgettable, really, really sweet moments. And I know that, for the Chinese New Year, it's also a very, very special festival to remember about the past and also to celebrate the New Year. And usually we'll have some special decorations put on to celebrate it. And okay, guys, most of you look so boring today with no decorations, especially in your backdrop, but except one family. I have James and Zhang Yi. You have put lots of work in decorating your home with the New Year, the couplets, I don't know, the food. Okay. And you look so boring. Okay, now you're okay. That's too late.
Here he is. Here he is.
And the tree that you're holding, it looks like more Christmassy to me than the Chinese New Year.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll put it away.
Okay, great. But let's go to the winner for today for the decoration, James. So you have put lots of work in decorating the home, right? So what do you usually do? Put on the couplets? I don't know. What else? Tell us more.
Well, it's something unique about my wife. She really takes a lot of time, and she spends a lot of time you know, she's taught me about it. She's taught our son about it. We do it together, but she takes the lead, and it's really important to her to decorate the house for every season. And, so as she's decorating, she tells her son, and before we had a son, she told me like what this means, what this character means, why we do this. And so it's a way to kind of actively teach your children. I guess in the US, all we have is the Christmas tree. We can say, you know, we put the tree up and we put the decorations on the tree and we explain that to our children. So we try to do the same thing here for Winston. But my wife needs to take most of the credit for this.
Okay, it looks
the
like
whole house is decorated.
The whole house is decorated. Can you show us a little bit more?
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Because like another tradition of it is like to putting up the couplets. We write some of the Chinese clue. Oh my goodness, it's fully decorated. Look at you guys. Look at you. Okay, but some of you are wearing red. Okay, Ben is like wearing a shirt. That looks so cool.
You can see the couplets.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, it's in our door. We have the door gods, and I learned about the kitchen gods. So I think our friend from France would know a lot about the door gods and the kitchen gods. So these guys are the kitchen gods, I believe. No, it's the door gods. Sorry.
Okay. Still learning, right?
Still learning. But
wow.
We had our son like eat a lollipop. It was made of plum because the idea is you want the kitchen gods to, when they come to your house, like say good things about you when they go back up to heaven. So there's a story about everything, which is really unique and fun, and we enjoy it quite a bit.
Wow, that's so cool. What about Okay, now Winston's here.
Winston, can you say a couplet? He knows how to say. He say
你好.
春联.
Wave your hands, Winston.
Okay. Hi. So, America, you're wearing red, which is another tradition for the Chinese New Year, is remember to wear red. So you already learned that, right? You're a fast learner.
Yeah, I did learn that, and actually it's one of my favorite colors, so I said I'll put it on tonight.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you plan to do for this Spring Festival?
I do want to see some of the tourist attractions in Wuhan. I've not seen Yellow Crane Tower, and I've not went on the river as yet. So I've not. There's many places I've not seen in Wuhan. I've seen a lot in Nanjing, but not in Wuhan.
Yeah. Okay, let's see who's from Wuhan. Okay, Xiaomin, if you could recommend a local tourist site to America, some place that other people, locals will know of, but the other people may not be very aware of, what would that be? 小米能不能给我们推荐一个你觉得当地就是很多当地人很喜欢去的这个景点，但是可能很多外国人或者外地的朋友并不知道的，有没有这样的一个神秘的景点，你可以推荐给这个 America？
我认为的话有黄鹤楼
Yellow Crane Tower，
还有归元寺
The Guiyuan Temple in Wuhan，
然后长江大桥也可以
Yangtze River Bridge，
或者是户部巷
户部巷 which is a
户部巷是什么？
place to have some local delicacies, the delicious hot and dry noodles, for example.
Oh. America, how do you feel about that? The little tour guide giving you the list of must-go places. Are you going to visit that?
I think I'm going to take him along. I will take him with me.
Great. So mission fulfilled with full score.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, I would like to ask some people about their, usually, when it comes to New Year, we'll say about New Year resolution. But when it comes to Chinese New Year, we'd like to say some wishes for ourselves, for family. It's more like a plan for the future, right? So let's see who would like to share with us their, New Year plan. And let's start with you, because I know you have a lot going on. You're starting your own online shop, and something that really looks easy to me, but when I saw your video, I know, actually that's hard. For instance, giving a name to the shop, and even find an editor to Photoshop your picture. So, do you have a plan for the new year? I did my homework, right?
Oh my God! Thank you so much for watching my videos. Feel so honored. Yes, I think my first revolution will definitely be, visit my parents. That will be my first goal in the 2021.
With your boyfriend or without your boyfriend? It depends.
Well, they've already met. So,
okay.
Oh, you're getting me nervous. Yeah. So, because this year, my dad is going to turn 50. So that would be a big year for him. So happy birthday, Daddy! I just
生日快乐，叔叔。
生日快乐，叔叔。谢谢 Thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, as what Esther just mentioned, I am launching my own brand online, and I hope that I will. I can design more good clothing for girls. And also I would keep posting fun videos to bring more joy to others.
Great. What about you, Ben? Anne is having, it's not only her own shop, it's her own brand. Oh my God, that's so cool. What about you, Ben? Something that is higher, something that's bigger and higher than her.
Wow.
Now it's
so easy to follow Anne. I only have one main goal, and just get back to Wuhan and continue living in China. I think Anne has very difficult goals, and all I have to do is just get on a plane at some point in this year.
Get on a plane, go back to Wuhan, and be a guest at Xiaomi and Dimitri's home and enjoy the Chinese and French fusion food, right?
Delicious. Yes.
Oh, delicious. Great. What about James? Now you're having terrible two sons at home. So What else?
He's throwing weights around the house right now. We want him just to be healthy. We want him to be healthy and happy. If we had a wish, maybe we could have him see my mother and his family in the U.S. at some point. It's much worse over there, so we haven't been able to get back. So we'd like to see the rest of the family on the other side of the ocean, but we're very, very much looking forward to his, educating him and here and just raising a healthy boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Right.
It's hard enough, actually. It's hard enough. I agree. Much harder than I thought.
I agree. So fingers crossed. So, America, what about you? Anything that is, I don't know, something that you really want to achieve in the year of ox? Because, for the year of ox in the Chinese zodiac sign, the ox, they symbolize strength, independence. It has really so many good meanings. So you have to do something special in this year of ox.
Well, for me, my main goal right now is trying to graduate on time with my engineering degree. And I met Professor through the gym, and that's been a main goal of mine. I actually want to get into a fitness competition. So I'm trying to drop at least about 50 pounds and get into a fitness competition here in China. And that will get me a little bit closer towards my goal. I actually want to go into opening a wellness and fitness studio back in my country. So that's one of my main goals for this year.
Great. So the best of luck to the competition.
Thank you.
Great. So let's go to the Xiaomi and Dimitri family, who's going to have Ben as a guest sometime later this year, hopefully. So 你们有什么新年愿望吗？在新的一年，有什么特别想做的事儿或者特别想实现的愿望吗？
就是祝所有武汉人，健康，然后幸福。还有祝他们的孩子，学习向上。
I'd like to wish all the people in Wuhan great health, great happiness, and wish their children have great scores in school.
这是一个非常宏大的理想哦。你自己有没有什么，就是对自己来说比较小一点的愿望呢？比如说，希望妈妈给我买一个什么，希望我在新年吃到什么，或者有没有什么我想成为一个在新年有什么样的进步？有没有自己更具体一点的梦想可以告诉姐姐呢？姐姐 ，OK。
我看我只有一个梦想，希望长大能当兵就没了。
He wants to become a soldier in the army.
Wow, OK. 那祝你梦想成真好吗？希望你快快长大，梦想成真。 So okay, finally.
主持人在第七个问题的话，我想回答的就是，不完美才是真正的完美，不见风雨，哪里会见得了彩虹？所以的话，我认为这个疫情的话，相对而言，我们就如在闯关一般，闯完了这关再闯下一关，所以肯定会得到成功的。
He's saying of his thoughts about the epidemic. He says that it's like there's always a rainbow after big rainfall, so there's always something to look forward to. It's like a game. We go through one game after the other, and finally we would be able to win the victory against the pandemic.
Oh my goodness！ 你简直是一个小诗人，你说的太棒了。姐姐，待会儿可以用你这段话来结尾吗？
可以呀。
可以。
哇，太棒了，宝宝，你太厉害了。Okay, so before we wrap up and before I quote your ending, let's ask some of the guests for today, using their special, I don't know, dialect language to send their wishes for the year of ox. 我们先问一下这个婉子，你是来自广东 so you are from An. Let's send the New Year wishes. You're from Guangdong and you speak Cantonese, I think.
Cantonese.
And usually for the Cantonese, they say 恭喜发财, right? But I don't speak Cantonese. So can you, use the Cantonese to send your best wishes to the viewers and to the panel guests joining us today?
My pleasure. 希望所有嘅中國嘅朋友，我哋嘅同胞都可以恭喜發財，新年健康，每日快樂，同埋大吉大利。
Okay, great. You need to translate for yourself. Sorry, nobody could really understand here.
What I meant is hope everyone earn more money this year and keep good health and of course reunite with their families.
Okay, great. So who else would like to send their wishes? Dimitri, could you send your wishes in French?
En
français.
Alors, en
français,
c'est
beaucoup.
Bonne année. Bonne année.
That's it. Bonne année. That's Happy New Year, right?
Bonne année 就是祝大家所有的人新年快乐。
Wish you a very happy new year.
Wish you Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, America. Your turn.
Happy New Year to everyone here in China and also to my family and friends back in the Bahamas.
Okay, great. So finally, how about we see Happy New Year all together to the viewers who are joining us today? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Happy Chinese New Year! Thank you so much, guys. So with that, we're going to wrap up this edition of the chat room on CGTN. So it's the Chinese New Year, only 2 days away. I think whatever you do, wherever you are, it's the Chinese New Year. Whether you get a chance to celebrate and to unite with your family, just as our little guest today said that it is the imperfect that makes the perfect, and it's also only after the huge brings the storm that can you see the rainbow. So everyone, happy Chinese New Year. I wish everyone a happy and prosperous year of ox. Thank you so much again for your support. Bye. See you next year. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.